Ever wondered how to make traditional Moroccan sesame seeds gazelle horns with rainbow sprinkles? Transport your taste buds to the vibrant streets of Morocco with a bite of these sweet pastries, a cherished treasure of Moroccan culture. Impeccably shaped like a gazelle's horn, these treats are adorned with a unique combination of nutty sesame seeds and colorful rainbow sprinkles. A taste, a texture, a spectacle. This delectable confection is a feast for all senses. Stay tuned to uncover the secret to creating these delightful treats. Before we start, gather all the necessary ingredients. To make our traditional Moroccan gazelle horns with a modern twist of rainbow sprinkles, we'll need 6 key ingredients. First up is almond paste. This sweet, nutty paste is the heart of our gazelle horns. It's what gives them their characteristic rich, creamy texture and distinctive almond flavor. Next, we have sesame seeds. These tiny, crunchy seeds add a layer of texture and a hint of nuttiness to our pastry. They'll be toasted to perfection, bringing out their natural oils and enhancing their flavor. Our third ingredient is rainbow sprinkles. These colorful little gems will add a pop of color and a touch of whimsy to our traditional Moroccan dessert. They're also a fun nod to our modern twist on this classic recipe. Sugar, the sweet symphony of our recipe, will balance the flavors and give our gazelle horns their delectable sweetness. Orange blossom water, a staple in Moroccan cuisine, will lend a subtle citrusy floral note, enhancing the overall flavor profile and giving our dessert a refreshing twist. And last but not least, puff pastry. This light, flaky pastry will serve as the base for our gazelle horns, wrapping around the almond paste to create a crisp, buttery shell. Now that we have all our ingredients, it's time to start cooking. First off, we'll prepare the almond paste. This sweet and nutty base is the heart of our gazelle horns, providing a delightful contrast to the crunchy sesame seeds and vibrant rainbow sprinkles that will adorn the exterior. To begin with, we'll need blanched almonds. These are almonds that have been briefly boiled to remove their skins. They're easily available in most grocery stores, but if you have whole almonds at home, you can blanch them yourself. Simply drop them in boiling water for a minute, then drain and rinse with cold water. The skins will slip right off. Next, we'll grind the almonds. You can use a food processor for this, but make sure not to over-process. We're aiming for a fine, powdery texture, not a buttery consistency. Once the almonds are ground, it's time to add the sugar. The sugar will not only sweeten the almond paste, but also help bind it together. We'll combine equal parts of ground almonds and granulated sugar. This is an important step, so make sure you measure accurately. Now let's mix the ground almonds and sugar together. We want to ensure that the sugar is evenly distributed throughout the almond powder. This will guarantee a consistent sweetness in every bite of our gazelle horns. Next, we'll add a splash of orange blossom water. This fragrant water will infuse our almond paste with a subtle floral note, adding an extra layer of complexity to our dessert. Pour it in slowly, mixing as you go to prevent the paste from becoming too wet. Finally, we'll knead the mixture until it comes together into a smooth, pliable paste. You'll know it's ready when it holds its shape, without crumbling or sticking to your hands. And there you have it, homemade almond paste. It's as simple as that. This almond paste can be used immediately or stored in the refrigerator for up to a week. It's a versatile ingredient that you can use in many other recipes as well. With our almond paste ready, we can move on to the next step. Now comes the fun part, shaping our gazelle horns. First things first, to make the perfect gazelle horns, we need to roll out our puff pastry. Imagine you're a skilled baker, rolling out a canvas for your masterpiece. It's crucial to get a smooth, even surface, so apply gentle pressure and aim for a thickness of around 1/4 inch. It's a delicate balance, too thick, and our pastries will be doughy, too thin, and they could tear or not puff up properly. Now let's bring back our almond paste from earlier. You'll want to shape the paste into small logs, about the size of your little finger. Place one log at the edge of your rolled out pastry, leaving a small border for sealing later. Next, we're going to mold our gazelle horns. Starting at the end where you place the almond paste, carefully begin to roll the pastry around the paste. Imagine you're making a snug blanket for the almond paste, wrapping it securely but not too tightly. As you roll, you'll start to see the iconic gazelle horn shape taking form, a long, slender crescent that's wider at the base and tapers to a point at the ends. It's a bit like forming a crescent, but with a more elongated, elegant shape. Here's a little trick. To get those perfect horn points, gently pinch the ends of the pastry as you finish rolling. This not only gives our pastries their distinctive shape, but it also helps seal in the almond paste. Speaking of sealing, let's not forget about the edges. Dab a bit of water along the border of the pastry before you start rolling. This acts like a glue, helping to secure the pastry around the almond paste. Once you've rolled up your pastry, press along the edge to seal it. Be firm, but gentle. We don't want to squish our beautiful gazelle horns. With our gazelle horns shaped, it's time for the final touches. Now let's add some crunch and color to our gazelle horns. The secret to truly memorable gazelle horns is a delightful contrast of textures and a dash of whimsy. We'll achieve this by generously coating our shaped dough with sesame seeds and finishing it off with a sprinkle of rainbow colors. First, let's take a bowl filled with sesame seeds. The sesame seeds bring a wonderful crunch to our gazelle horns and introduce a subtly nutty flavor that perfectly complements the sweetness of the almond paste within. Gently roll each gazelle horn into the bowl. The goal here is to evenly coat the entire surface of the dough with these little seeds. You'll need a light hand for this. Picture it as if you're tucking your gazelle horns into a bed of tiny, crunchy pillows. Once every gazelle horn has been given the sesame seed treatment, it's time to let them rest for a moment. This pause allows the sesame seeds to adhere better to the dough, ensuring they stay put during the baking process. Next up, the rainbow sprinkles. Now these aren't a traditional ingredient in gazelle horns, but they add a playful, contemporary twist to our cookies. More importantly, they bring joy. And isn't that what baking is all about? Again, we're going to need a gentle touch. Sprinkle the rainbow sprinkles over the gazelle horns as if you're dusting them with tiny droplets of a rainbow. This step is all about precision. You want to aim for a light but even coverage, enough to catch the eye but not too much that it overpowers the sesame seeds. And there you have it. Our gazelle horns, coated in a crunchy layer of sesame seeds and adorned with rainbow sprinkles, are ready for their next adventure in the oven. They've transformed from humble pieces of dough into beautiful, unique creations, just like the gazelles that roam the Moroccan plains. Our gazelle horns are now ready for the oven. Into the oven they go! Now that we've lovingly prepared our Moroccan sesame seeds gazelle horns with a sprinkle of rainbow magic, it's time to bring the heat. Preheat your oven to a toasty 350 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature is the sweet spot for our gazelle horns, ensuring they bake evenly without drying out or burning. While we wait for our oven to reach temperature, let's take a moment to imagine the delightful sensory experience awaiting us. The gazelle horns will bake for about 20 minutes, during which time your kitchen will be filled with an irresistible aroma, a tantalizing blend of roasting sesame seeds and sweet almond paste. Once the oven is ready, place your baking tray in the middle rack. This central location allows for the most even heat distribution. You'll know they're done when the edges start to turn a golden brown, a visual cue that's as delicious as it sounds. While we're waiting for our treats to bake, let's talk about what we can expect. The outer layer, a delicate shell encrusted with sesame seeds, will provide a satisfying crunch. This contrasts beautifully with the soft, sweet almond paste within, a textural symphony in every bite. And let's not forget the rainbow sprinkles, which add not only a pop of color, but also an unexpected twist of flavor. As the timer dings, signaling the end of the baking process, a sense of anticipation fills the air. Use caution when removing the tray from the oven. It's hot. Allow the gazelle horns to cool slightly before diving in. The first bite is a moment of pure bliss. The crunch of the sesame seeds, the softness of the almond paste, and the playful burst of the rainbow sprinkles. Each gazelle horn is a journey of textures and flavors that transports you straight to Morocco. There you have it, delicious Moroccan sesame seeds gazelle horns with a sprinkle of rainbow magic. Now all that's left is to share them with your loved ones, or maybe just enjoy them all yourself. Either way, bon appetit!